Next, we're going to look at lifestyle factors and how that can influence your career choices. Remember that your lifestyle is the way that you live, think, and behave every day. So the career that you choose will help to determine the lifestyle that you live, as well as the lifestyle that you want to live will impact the career that you choose. So let's say, for instance, if you have very expensive taste and you really value the finer things in life, then that's a lifestyle factor that you would consider, and you would be probably looking for a very high-paying job with a very high-paying salary. But maybe you value more work-life balance. You really value time with your family. So you might be willing to consider a career that pays a little bit less so that you can have more time off with your family. There are 5 major lifestyle factors that are usually considered when choosing a job. They're location, salary, education, time, and environment. Let's dive a little bit deeper into each one of those. So, location. Where do you want to live, like geographically in the world? Are you a beach person? Are you a mountain person? Do you want to live in a big city, or do you like living more in the country? Depending on where you want to live, you've got to look and see what kind of jobs are available in that particular location or that area of the world. Next, you want to look at salary. How much money do you think that you need to earn in order to pay for the things that you need and, of course, those things that you want? Because those wants are the motivators that actually motivate you to get up and go to work every day. So are you willing to work for a little bit less money to achieve other goals in your life? Or maybe you want more of a lower stress level at work? Most times, the more stressful your job is, the more money that you're making. The more responsibility that you have, the higher you're climbing up that ladder, the more stress usually comes with that, but also the higher the paycheck. So you want to look at those things and maybe find a balance somewhere in between. Next, you want to look at education. How many years are you willing to spend in college and school? Maybe you want to get a job where you can just go straight out of high school and get a job, but that job might not pay as much as if you invest the time in school and the money to get a more education. Generally, the more years you're in college, the more money the more money you earn. That's not always the case, though, especially in today's the industries today with technology. A lot of times 2-year degrees can pay just as much as 4-year degrees. It just depends on the industry. Next, you want to look at time. How many hours a week do you want to work? Do you want to work a full-time job where you're bringing home a good paycheck? Maybe you want to just work a part-time job and you're willing to make a little bit less. But you always want to consider, is this job going to cover my basic needs and then also the things that you want? Also, are you willing to be on call? A lot of times people think, oh, I want to be a doctor. Most times doctors are never even off. They might have one day off a week, but usually they're even on call for that, which means that they can be called in on their day off. So that's another thing to consider. How much time do you want to spend at work? Are you willing to work overtime? So a full-time job is 40 hours a week. Then if you stay and work over that, you get paid time and a half. So even more. That's another way to make more money at work, is working overtime. And then the last factor is environment. Very important to consider the environment that you're going to be working in, and if it's somewhere where you're going to be happy when you choose a career. Environment could include your workspace. Do you want to work in an office? Do you want to work outdoors? Do you want to work in a factory? Do you want to work where you're working around people, or you rather be kind of by yourself doing your own thing? What about the way you want to dress at work? Do you want to wear professional, sophisticated clothes, or would you rather wear more comfortable, casual clothes, or maybe a uniform? So those are the 5 main factors to consider when choosing a career. Again, those are, let's recap, they are location, the place, salary, the money, education, how long do you want to spend in school, And time, how many hours a week do you want to spend at work? And environment, the actual area that you're working in, where do you want that to be?